ど、あれ私もうここ Hi. Hello, Slush. Um, well, get-togethers of entrepreneurs are my favorite because I get so much energy. It was 2 years ago. I was in Slush Helsinki. I was not even able to imagine that it would come to Tokyo. I have to thank you for Auntie and his folks and all the volunteers to make it happen here, such a fabulous event here. I hope I can convey some meaningful message to fellow entrepreneurs based on my experience with DeNA, the company I founded. Where is it? Oh, right there. So back in January 1999, DeNA was just an idea. I had no folks, no partners. I didn't have an office. I had no capital. I only had an idea to leave McKinsey, the company that I was working at, to start my own company and to become #1 online auction service provider in Japan. So that was January 1999. 15 years passed. Look what DeNA is today. It has a wide range of businesses. We do have online auction service, but other e-commerce services. We have game apps, which is the biggest portion of our revenues and profits. We have travel, communication services, entertainment and media services. We even have professional sports, like professional baseball team, which is not online. The market cap is $3 billion. I have more than 2,000 team members to work with. A lot has happened. We've grown. But the path to this stage was not easy. I made so many mistakes. I made each and every mistake you can think of. You know, the idea was to become #1 online service provider, and we wanted to launch we wanted to be the first mover, but because of the big failure in systems development, it's a famous story, we ended up being the last to launch, in spite of the fact that when I had this idea, no big players were there. And also, we promised to become the #1 in the market. We ended up being the second, which may not sound too bad, but the #1 player was 30 times bigger than us. We also promised to turn profitable within a year, but we stayed deep in red as long as 4 years. So each and every mistake you can even think of, I think I made it. Full of mistakes. So simply, the path to success doesn't look like it. But in reality, it's this. So the first message for you is, be prepared for the mess. Okay. I mean, you know, it doesn't look like the left-hand side, but it actually is on the right-hand side. So, and to reach success, you need 3 things, simply. Vision, money, and people. For highly motivated entrepreneurs like you guys here, you don't have to worry about vision. I'm sure you have a vision. Money, you don't have to worry much about it today because it's not difficult to raise capital today. I'm sure lots of venture capitalists wandering around in the hall with thick wallets, right? But the people is not easy. And perhaps the most important, looking back, the only reason why DeNA did not disappear was for its people. I said I made all sorts of mistakes, but there was one thing I didn't do wrong. That was my extreme focus on people. When I founded the company with 2 McKinsey colleagues. And soon, we realized we were overloaded with the amount of work, so we decided to go recruiting. And one of the two partners started writing down detailed job descriptions. I told him to stop. Okay, let's make it simple, I said. Let's get one person each, and there is only one criteria. Bring in someone better than ourselves. So we all went out. Kawada-san, my first partner, he went to IBM Japan, and he recruited one of the best engineers from IBM Japan. Nabe, the other partner, he got in trouble, saying he is so good that he was not able to find anybody better than him. So he ended up recruiting his brother, claiming that he at least had the same genes. I went out and I got a wonderful person. So 3 became 6, and 6 became 10. So I would say, never compromise on people, and that's the only reason why DeNA is what it is today. Never compromise. But not on quantity of people, but the quality of people. Particularly the first 10 hires are crucial because it determines the culture and work ethics of the team. The first 10 hires, if you have hired 10 people already, too late. Okay. And yeah, it takes time. And also, when I say quality of people, it's not only caliber or skills, but energy level, commitment, and also, perhaps the most important thing is whether you can build trusting relationship or not. And trusting relationship is based on transparent communication. Ask yourself if you can have truly transparent communication with the people you're hiring. And it takes time. I remember that was maybe back in 2001. I found a great person at one of the largest commercial banks in Japan. I spent like 3 hours a day, 7 days straight. And finally, he got fired up. He got so excited about the opportunity with DeNA, which made his mother so unhappy. So we put together all the magazine and newspaper articles that was writing good things about DeNA, put together and created booklet and presented to his mother. And then it was not enough. His mother came to the entrance of DeNA. She got on her knees and begged me to take back the offer. She said she wouldn't move until I take back the offer. So it takes time, not only trying to persuade them to join you, but sometimes you have to deal with their mother. It's really time consuming. Be prepared. And also, be prepared to chase after someone if someone is so good for years sometimes. You are not selecting from available people. You are selecting from everybody. And oftentimes, the best people are not available. It's exactly the same as dating. So if you find somebody good, just lock on him or her and be prepared to chase after the person until she or he is ready. Sometimes it takes 3 years. My record is 5 years. I still do, in fact. What I do, chase after, meaning keep in touch. Just simply, but easier said than done, because you're busy. You have to be disciplined. Just keep record and make it a rule to see him or her every quarter. And don't ask them to join you right away every time. Just chat and see how he or she is developing. They may change, so just keep track. What they are doing, what they are enjoying, what they are not enjoying, and how they are developing. And when they start thinking about the next step, that's the right timing to unveil the mask and tell them how much you want them to join you. And when you ask them to join you, be brutally honest. Don't put any makeup on. Don't tell them that your company is more stable than IBM, because it's not. And be transparent about the risks, because they are making very important decisions. And put straight. Tell them you need their help. And normally, it works better. And finally, once they join, trust them. That's perhaps the most important thing. So these are the 5 rules that I have, as my discipline about people. And these are perhaps the most important factor for making DeNA what it is today. As to money, I said, you don't have to worry about money because there are so many capitalists who want to invest in you. But there's only one thing I want you to be careful about. That's don't accept money with strings attached. Strings meaning anything that would restrict your future options, particularly about your shares. You may have a vision to go public, stay independent now, but things may change. Your life may change, and the environment might change. Your vision may grow. So, you don't know what will happen in the future. So strings meaning anything that restricts your future option about your shares. I have seen so many entrepreneurs, got in trouble because when they want to sell their shares to their partner they newly found, they can't sell the shares because of the fine print in the contract. So normally I would say it's better to work with an angel investor at the beginning. Angel investor, find an angel investor who is genuinely interested in supporting you, who has genuine interest or desire to support entrepreneurs. And then when you want to raise bigger capital, ask the angel investor to check the fine print of the contract. That's my only advice about money. Okay, let me share how DeNA works with entrepreneurs. These are the founders of companies that we recently acquired. EMO, Mary, Fine Travel. Each of them has been doing extremely well. Going public was no problem. Raising $10 million was almost promised, but they joined us. The reason why we team up with them is this grand vision. We want to create a large content curation platform that covers different life scenes: fashion, real estate, interior, health, travel, different life scenes. But that's not only the reason. The reason why we team up with them is we, DeNA, 15 years old, 2,000 people, but we want to stay young. Our vision is to stay young and being eternal startup. So by teaming up with those fresh entrepreneurs means a lot to us. They influence a lot within our organization. And that's our reason. What's their reason? As I said, it would have been easy for them to raise capital of $10 million. Each of them are the category leader, the winner. IPO was no problem, but they decided to join us. Here is a quote of interviews, magazine interviews of some of the founders. Why not IPO? Mari Murata said she wanted to spend 200 of her time on her service, on her product, on her business, rather than doing paperwork for raising capital or IPO. And also, they wanted to participate actively in larger vision. than one category. So share larger vision, get together to achieve bigger goal. And also about recruiting again, about people, it's time consuming. They wanted to spend more time, focus on product, but people are crucial. But joining us, when they say, for example, they want to have 5 more engineers of certain skills, we can send them right away. So those are the benefits that they are feeling. So I'm enjoying working with them so much. Those people who do not who do not get the most delight with the status as CEO, who do not pay attention only to financial success, but get the biggest delight and excitement on what they are actually doing. And I want to stay like that. So looking back, going back to the same image, which part is most fun to me, for example? Coming up with an idea, it's an exciting moment. I got so excited. And today, too, I have new ideas, which keeps me really, really excited. When I reach success, I get sense of accomplishment. That's not bad. But the most fun part to me is actually this mess. When I'm making trials and errors, when I get so excited or so depressed with the outcome of what I did today, that's really, really the most exciting and the fun part. So whenever I reach some success, I try to come up with new vision, new goal, and I keep working like an entrepreneur. So I want to stay as an entrepreneur for good. And I have to tell you, this mess is the fun part. So be prepared and enjoy. I hope you enjoy the journey. Thank you. Bye-bye. Am I...